I realise this is long overdue. We're currently on the 24th, I think, of January. So I'm nearly a month overdue, but this is my last what films I watched in 2022 video. So I did I did 4 videos a year: January, February, March, films I watched, April, May, June, July, August, September, and obviously right now is October, November, December. And so I'm going to talk through the films I watched. I've also made a quick list of my best and worst films of the year, which I'll get onto at the end. Just a quick disclaimer. As you can hear, I've got a bit of a dry, scratchy throat, so I may be clearing my throat a couple of times. So if you're watching this to go to sleep, just be aware. I apologise in advance. I've had it for weeks though, so I'm not going to wait for it to go away because it hasn't so far. Anyway, okay, October. Hocus Pocus, obvious. I think it was just October, that kind of autumn mood. Catherine Cole Birdie, which I watched purely for Bella Ramsey. I really like her as an actress, as an actor. Apparently it's based on a book. I've never heard of the book, but I liked it. It was good. I'm not going to watch it again, but I liked it. Sleepy Hollow next. Good film. The Final Destination, which is the 4th one. I've seen the first 3 before, and I've seen parts of the 4th one, but I've never seen it start to finish, and I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty rubbish. Some of the deaths were pretty creative, but that's about it. Star Wars. And then I saw Black Adam in the cinema, which it was entertaining. It was an entertaining film, but I didn't like Black Adam as a character. He was really unlikable, way too broody. He had no redeeming features. So yeah, I don't know how, I'm not really plugged into the Marvel, DC superhero-verse, so I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not, but that's just my vibe. Don't Worry Darling, the film itself was okay. It was okay. But Florence Pugh, I love Florence Pugh, and she absolutely made the film. She was very, very good. Next is Rec, which is a Spanish horror film, and this was very, very good. I've heard good things before, but I noticed it on, I think it was on ITV Player. Very, very good. You should watch it if you're into horror and you haven't seen it. It's about a TV reporter and a cameraman. They're tailing a group of firefighters, and then they end up in an apartment building that gets locked down because of a virus spreading. So very, very good. Then I watched Final Destination 5, which I liked it a lot more than the 4th one. Still not great, but slight spoiler, I liked how the twist that it was a prequel, and it kind of took it full circle. Next is Searching, which I've seen before. Some people don't like the format. For those who don't know, the whole film is told through the point of view of screens and phone screens and things like that. I think they're releasing a similar film. I saw a trailer for, I think it was called Missing, the other day. So yeah, I'll watch that. I like it. It was entertaining. I saw Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in the cinema, which is further up my list, but I'd not seen the first Black Panther, so I watched it, and it was very, very good. I enjoyed it. Last Jedi. Then I watched Hocus Pocus 2, which I have to say is one of the biggest disappointments of the year. I wasn't crazy about them making a new Hocus Pocus film. I don't know if anybody can ever think of an example where they made a really good standalone film, and then they made a sequel some years later. Does it ever turn out good? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I hated it. I did not like it. Then I watched the first 3 Saw films, as you can see. Did I watch more? I've seen the first 3 before. They're entertaining. I mean, yeah, that's it. The first one has just got a classic twist, but I enjoy them. I watched Incredibles 2, which I love. It's really funny, I think. Or at least I've watched it quite a lot of times now, but I remember first seeing it in the cinema and it was very funny to me. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, they released this in the cinema for the anniversary, so it was really nice seeing that on a big screen. Fun fact, I didn't go to the cinema much as a kid. It just wasn't something my parents did. I'm sure I did see at least maybe a couple of films. I remember seeing Monsters Inc. in the cinema, but my first solid memory of seeing a film in the cinema was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The first time round, I would have been 10, around 10. So yeah, that's a fun fact. In Education, which I love, good film, great film. And then The Thing, which they released in the cinema for Halloween, and my god, I love The Thing. It's one of my favourite horror films, and it was just so good seeing it in the cinema. Very, very good, and I love that it was on a really big screen and it was nearly full. It was just amazing, really good vibe. Into November, so I watched Enola Holmes 2, which I loved. It's so much fun. I love the first one, and I love the second one. I really hope they make a third one as well. The Mist, I have seen The Mist before, but not in a good few years. It's a very, very good horror thriller film, and it's got a very famous ending. If you haven't seen it, then just go into it blind. It'll be worth it. Next is See How They Run. Now, my friend knows that I like murder mystery kind of films, and he said I'd like this, so I watched it and I did like it. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Knives Out. I think Knives Out appears at least one more time on this list. I just love it so much. As I said, I saw Wakanda Forever, which again was a very, very good film. The Martian. Now, for those who've seen my other videos, it pops up pretty frequently. For me, The Martian is my comfort film. It's like if I've had a bad day, or if I just want something on the TV while I do something else, or it's just the film I put on. I just love it, and I can watch it over and over again. And The Martian is my comfort film. I think I'd had just a stressful day and I just wanted to watch something, so I put The Martian on. The Wonder, which is another Florence Pugh film. It was a weird film. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I kept thinking, if you've seen the film, you'll know what I mean. I kept thinking it would be like a scary film, but it wasn't. It was a bit weird, but I enjoyed it. Again, Florence Pugh is just amazing. I'd watch anything with her in it. Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. Film called Tusk. Very weird. I liked it. Not the best film I've seen, but I enjoyed the watch. Very weird ending. Jordan Peele, I've seen 2 of his other films. I've seen Nope and I've seen Us. I'd never seen Get Out though, and I've heard just so many good things, so I watched it, and it was very, very good. I enjoyed Get Out a lot. Highly recommend. Another horror film now is X, which is a really good film, a really good horror film. It's about it's set in the 70s, I think, and it's about a group of young people who want to make a porn film, and they hire out a barn, a cottage on a farm, and it basically turns into a slasher film. I'm not going to say any more than that, but it's very, very good. Matilda the musical, I was waiting for this, and it did not disappoint. I loved it. In fact, as you can see, I saw it 3 times in a few days with 3 different friends. It's just so good. The songs are so catchy. I knew some of the songs before because I've seen the theatre show a few years ago, but the movie just made me love them again. And the choreography is amazing. I'm sure by now it got TikTok famous, didn't it? I'm sure you've all heard or seen the dance, but it was just amazing. Recommend highly. If it's on Netflix in your country, I'm very jealous. It doesn't come on Netflix here until summer, June, July, something like that, which is ridiculous. Next is the menu. I went into this blind. I was invited by a friend. No idea what it was about, other than that it had Anya Taylor-Joy in it, and I really enjoyed it. It was quite funny in parts. Yeah. And then I watched the new Knives Out film, which is called Glass Onion. I saw it in the cinema, and again, I really liked it. I feel like I've read on Reddit about the Knives Out films. A lot of people really liked Glass Onion, like more than the first one. I feel like I'm in the minority where, as much as I liked Glass Onion, I prefer the first one. It's just way more my vibe. Like dysfunctional family in a creepy house, and some murder mystery. I just prefer the first one, but I still liked the second one a lot. Okay, into December. Little Women. It's just, for some reason, I in my head it's like not a Christmas film, but like a winter film. And so I put it on to get my head into December mode. Next is Pearl, which is a sequel to X. It's got Mia Goth in it, and again, no spoilers, but it's a prequel to X. It's another slasher film, and it's very good. I really enjoyed Pearl. They're making a third film in this series called Maxine. I don't know if you can see the poster for X there. Maxine is the girl in the picture, in the poster. And I'm really looking forward to that, because Pearl was very, very good. Mia Goth was amazing. Home Alone, one of my favourite Christmas films. Violet Night, which was just very, very good. It's not much of a plot, but it's just really fun to watch. If you've seen Stranger Things, David Harbour basically imagine Hopper from Stranger Things, but dressed as Santa Claus. That's pretty much what he plays. The Breakfast Club is just a classic film. Love it. Good Will Hunting is one of my other favourite films. It's just close to perfect in my opinion. Moxie, Home Alone 2, Wild Child, film from my teenage years, which I just wanted to watch. Love Actually, guilty pleasure. I watched all the Hunger Games films, as you can see. My favourite Hunger Games film, if you're curious, is Catching Fire. Yep, there we go, I watched Knives Out again. Paddington 2, I saw that in the cinema, and then I didn't watch it afterwards, so it was really nice just coming back to it. I remember I watched it on, I can't remember what day it was, but it was just a day where I didn't do much, and I just relaxed on the sofa in the morning and watched Paddington 2, and it was just a really nice morning, I remember. Then I have Holiday. I rewatched Glass Onion again when it came out on Netflix, and then I watched 2 Christmas films that I'd never seen before, to my shame. The first is Die Hard, which after watching it I am definitely team Christmas film. I really enjoyed that. And then Muppets Christmas Carol, which I've also never seen. They released it in the cinema, and so it was really nice watching it in the cinema. I'd never seen it before, and I didn't realise, this is so stupid, but I didn't realise it was a musical until I started watching it. So that was really sweet as well, a really nice way to spend Christmas Eve. To my shame, I don't know if I'll carry on making these videos in 2023, my film videos. If you want me to, if one person wants me to, I might do. But yeah, but to my absolute shame, I have only watched one film in January so far, and that is A Man Called Otto. Yeah, I've just had a very busy January, and I've watched a lot of TV shows rather than films. Anyway, I've made a quick list of my best and worst films of the year, so I'll just whiz through it. When I say best and worst films, I mean new films I've never seen before, so some of them are not new this year, but they're new to me because I've never seen them before. I'll start with worst. So after flicking through all the months, in no particular order, watched on the 10th of January. I thought it had a lot of potential. Sorry about that. It had a lot of potential, but it was just, I don't know, it just didn't find its feet, and that was a bit disappointing. The second one I watched in April, and it was The Bubble, which is just one of the worst films I've seen. I just hated it. It was an absolute slog to get through it. And then the third one, the biggest disappointment of the year, is Hocus Pocus 2. To be honest, I didn't go into this with much, expectations, but it didn't even hit those expectations. And then I have a best list as well. Again, no particular order. And I'll be honest, I've written 5 down. There could be more. I kind of rushed this, but I'll go with it. First on my list, back in February, is The Lobster. There we go. It's just a bit of a weird film, and I really liked it. And I really like Rachel Weisz, so there we go. Next is August, and that is Nope. Nope is a very good film. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the cinema, and I really want to watch it again. But I don't think it's on any streaming services as of right now, so I'll either wait or I'll find other means. But I really enjoyed Nope. Third one is Wreck. Very, very good. I quite like found footage films, and this one didn't disappoint. Next one is Enola Holmes 2, just because it's such a fun movie. I really liked it. And then last but not least is Pearl. Pearl is just really good. Mia Goth is amazing in this film. So I would recommend you check it out. I don't know how popular this is outside the UK. I do not remember ever seeing this advertised to be in the cinema. I don't know if it was released to go into the cinema in the UK, but it should have been. I would have loved to have seen this on the big screen. And if it was, then it wasn't marketed very well. Anyway, that's it. I'm getting a bit cold now, so you can probably hear my voice quivering a bit. I'm gonna go, but thank you very much for watching. If you agree or disagree with anything, or if you have recommendations, please let me know. I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be.